Alright, we are back with another video on Tinder. We're going to be talking about how you can get girls obsessed with you, and we're going to show you how you can optimize your Tinder profile, get some incredible results, get girls hooked on you. I'm going to be doing some live texting, and just to give you a little bit of proof of why you can listen to me and why you can take my advice, I've got some of the best results in the world on Tinder. This is what I do for a living. This is my expertise. This is my specialty. As you can see here, hundreds of thousands of likes. This is all I do. This is all I talk about, okay? I'm telling you now, no one compares to me and what I can do with Tinder. I'm actually a magician, all right? So just bear with me. You're going to really like this. And hold on, let me put this in full screen, all right? All right, there you go. And I don't need a script because that's just bloody gay, okay? I'm going to try not to swear because YouTube's going to absolutely annihilate me. Anyway, so essentially, in this video, we're going to be talking about how you can make girls obsessed with you, all right? We're going to go over some tactics. We're going to do some live texting. You're going to love it. And I'm going to make sure you're not attracting fat beasts because a lot of guys, you know, they say they pull women and then they're pulling women like that on the right. Like, good for you, buddy. If that's what you're happy with, be my guest. But I don't want to hear people who are not experts or who are not good at what they do and they match ugly girls and they start giving advice. If you match ugly girls or you date ugly girls, you're not qualified to give advice, okay? The matches that I get for people, I will be realistic with you. Yeah, you can say they're not 10 out of 10 models, this and that. Okay, I'll be 100% transparent with you. Yeah, they're not models. But guess what? The average man isn't getting models. I work with average men to, you know, people who are just a little bit up there. I'm not working with absolute G's, okay? I have like one or two, but the problem is that, you know, average men, it's going to be very hard for them to attract, you know, like Madison Beer or whatever. So that's just me being 100% transparent and honest with you. If you think these types of matches are hot to you, then I'm the right guy for you. If you want to listen to me, then yeah, stick around because these are the kind of matches you're going to get. So yeah, if that's cool with you, you're going to like it. Now, if that's, you know, ugly to you, that's unattractive, then yeah, click off of this video. It's not for you. So that's full transparency. That's the kind of quality of woman that you'll be dating if you follow my advice. If you think that's bad, fuck off. If you think it's good, stick around. Anyway, let's get into it. So here's some more matches some of my guys got. These obviously very good matches. That's why I put them in the presentation. Obviously, I'm not going to show you ugly girls intentionally. But this happens quite often, believe it or not. Like, this does happen quite often. These are quite normal, at least from my experience. I mean, I'm just showing you some of my Tinder accounts and you can see it's quite apparent. Anyway, so yeah. By the way, guys, there is a free texting resource on my advice, so you don't need to sign up or anything, no opt-in, none of that garbage. You don't even need to put your email. You can literally just click view, that's it. Like, it doesn't ask for any of your information, so go check that out. You're going to like it. So yeah, anyway, let's get into the contents of this guide. So essentially, let's pretty much look at what we're going to be covering in this video. So stage one, what is going to actually make a girl chase you? What kind of factors matter in a girl chasing you? What is going to give you that success rate of women wanting to be with you? Now, stage two is going to be getting her obsessed with you, or interest, pretty much. So we're breaking that down about, you know, the importance of interest, the idea of making her actually obsessed with you, so the fun part of this entire video. Then dark psychology, and I hate using that term because it is cringy, it's oversaturated. Everyone on the internet uses, oh, dark psychology. I'll be honest with you, it's kind of a dead term, but it's the best way to describe some of the stuff we're talking about. So the stuff we're going to talk about is borderline illegal. And I'm not, you know, just trying to hook your attention or mess with you. Like, seriously, when you see the stuff I'm about to talk about, it is borderline illegal. So hopefully that doesn't get me into any trouble. And then stage four, getting her to chase you forever. So this is going to be a little bit less borderline illegal. It's going to be pretty good advice. It's going to be pretty dark, but it's not something that could seriously get me into a lot of trouble for saying. So we'll be talking about, and then some live texting to make her chase you, because of course I want to show you like real examples of what I do, how I operate, how I work, because that's truly going to give you an insight to my results, right? Because anyone can make these presentations and chat shit and, you know, talk about the results they get and not actually show it. Me, on the other hand, I want to go out there in the field with you guys and show you what I do, like I do in every video. Anyway, stage one, why do girls chase certain men? So in this video, this section, should I say, we're talking about why women chase certain men. There you go. Okay, I'll just get my words. As I said, I don't script my videos because that's gay. Anyway, so short summary, your validation is pretty much worth nothing. It's not worth shit. And that is why a girl will not chase you. Validation is the ultimate currency of women. You need to understand that girls live off of this shit, alright? It is literally their ultimate currency. Validation, that's all they live for. It's just how it is. Like, men live for, you know, status, power, whatever you want to call it, right? Like, they live off that, right? But for women, it's validation. That's all they're after. That's why they're on these apps. That's why they go on dates. That's why they have sex with men. It's just that's what they chase. They may deny it. They may lie to you, but that's what they want, all right? So let me explain to you how this all works. So essentially, I don't want you to be confused. And let's get straight into it. I just realized I need to blur the text message on the right because it is quite graphic. I didn't realize that it was that bad, so I'll probably go into my video editing software after this and edit it. But yeah, I don't like editing my videos because it's gay. It means that I'm, inauthentic. Anyway, so validation is the modern day currency of attracting women. It's not money, not looks, none of this crap, right? None of this crap actually matters. I'm telling you now, I've worked with men that are multi-millionaires, and because they didn't know how dating works, they struggled. Money doesn't matter. I'm telling you now, money really doesn't matter. I'm saying this from personal experience. Like, I've sat in my car and I've done fuck all. Like, I just sat there and I was just like, oh, these girls are gonna come to me because I drive a nice car. Nothing happens because money doesn't mean shit. It doesn't change anything. It's just an amplifier of your success. If you have the game, if you have the understanding, money is just an amplifier. That's all it is, and that's all it does. Okay, so women chase after a guy that has valuable validation, and this comes from being high status and appearing better than her. All right, a lot of guys don't realize this, but you have to be better than the woman in order to be able to convince her. There's a reason why fat chicks and ugly chicks chase you, because they know you're better than them. Now, unfortunately for you, you don't want that. You want the 7s, you want the 8s, you want the the 9s, and for that reason, you need to become better than them psychologically. Now, if I said to you to become better than them in like actual realms of reality or whatever you want to call it, like physically, whatever, right? That would take you probably years. I'll be honest with you, that would take you years. I'm not gonna give you the self-improvement garbage because that niche is oversaturated, and honestly, there's enough advice out there on the internet for you to do your own research. So I'm not a self-improvement guru. Don't come to me for that. Anyway, this is a hard pill to swallow, but if you are a loser with no social understanding, you're never gonna pull a girl above your league. It's not gonna happen. Okay, just forget about it. It's not even gonna happen. If you drive a Ford Fiesta and the girl you date drives a CLA 180, a brand new CLA 180 by 2020, even an old CLA 180 is pretty nice, honestly. But if she drives a new one, you drive a Ford Fiesta, she will lose respect for you. It's just a given fact. It's a bit sad, but let's say that girl drives a superior car to you, it's just not gonna work out. She will not respect you. There's a chance it could work out, and if it does work out, then of course you have to use social status to pull through. Because I have seen guys date girls that drive nice cars, but for my case, in my example, I have quite a lot of nice exotic cars. I'm not exactly the most well off, but if a girl, let's say, drove something wild like a Bugatti or a Carrera, like, this is impossible. It's never gonna happen. No girl's gonna have a better car than me. It's not gonna happen. But just for the sake of this example of this impossible imaginary scenario, just I'll give you that that little thought. I probably wouldn't be able to date her because I would understand that even though socially I'm better than her, even though I look better than her, I'm better than all these other areas, financially she would be above me. Therefore, it would be a little bit more tricky to navigate. Now, I'm pretty good at handling girls, but even I'm fucking man enough to admit that dating a girl that is above your league is gonna be a little bit tricky, and you have to be on your A game. Okay, like, I'm not gonna make myself seem like a flawless person. No, I have my flaws, and at the end of the day, I'm here to help you overcome as many of your flaws as possible so that you can have as minimal as possible. Anyway, here's the hard pill to swallow. All right, so dating gets easier as you get older for a reason, right? Like, some of the best results that I've achieved for people in this entire Tinder thing, outsourcing, whatever, it's been for guys that are very in their mid-20s, early 20s to even 30s and mid-30s and 40s, right? They get the best results. Anyone that's 18, 19, 20, it's the results are pretty bad. Like, they get good results, but it's not, it's not the peak. It's not the prime. And when you get older, your value just goes up, right? Like, it goes up. Now, your value only goes up if you earn it. If you throw your life away and you get a beer belly and you're a loser and this and that, of course, yeah, you're going to struggle. You're not going to get results. You get a right. I mean, you get a right to have that sort of value go up. Like, there's a lot of YouTubers that talk about in the self-improvement space. I'm not going to name any names because, again, it's not my concept, but I'm assuming you can guess what I'm talking about, that your life will improve as you age so long as you improve. Now, you don't need to be rich or a model. Just at the very least be worth something, okay? Just at the very least be worth something, right? Because I can't believe I'm saying this, but I've seriously seen men that have no car at 23 years old with no job or goals, out of shape, and then they try to date. Like, fuck all of this self-improvement garbage, right? Just fuck all of that garbage. Like, I'm so fucking done with the self-improvement niche and the garbage because it's just gone out of the window. Like, there's all of this fucking gay shit, blue light therapy, meditation and crap. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Like, all of this is unnecessary. The honest truth is, just be a fucking decent human being. That's all you need to date 7 out of 10s and below. Seriously. Like, that's all you truly need. Just be a decent human being. Have some savings. Have a decent car. A Toyota Corolla is okay if you're young. If you're obviously in your mid 20s to 30s and you're choosing to not buy a car even though you can afford one, that's okay. But if that's a car you are forced to drive because you can't afford anything, you probably shouldn't be going dates. This is me just being a realist, okay? I don't want to give you false hope telling you, if you're 20, what is it? Not even 20, right? 20 is okay. 40% body fat, no car, you travel by public transport and you're 25. Like, I'm not going to give you false hope and say to you that you're savable. You're not. Go fix yourself. Go watch, some self-improvement guy. Don't watch me because I'm just going to shit on you and piss all over you. Because my advice only works for people who are decent human beings. Okay? And I want you to be realistic here. If you're like this, how do you expect women to chase you? How do you expect them to even date you? Let alone, chase you. How do you expect them to date you? I mean, the age-old question is, if you're a decent-looking woman or a hot woman, would you date yourself? Probably not. With the options she has, she's probably going to be choosing me, not you. No, I'm kidding. But the point is, like, you got to think from her perspective. She's going to choose the guy that knows, has all of his shit together. Like, there's a reason why I maximize my life, skills. Like, I learned how to make cocktails. I learned how to cook. I learned how to drive and drift and all of this shit. Like, and when I say I learned how to drive, I mean I took advanced courses, race courses, just so I could drive fast with a girl and, make her wet. Like, I took these courses, number one, because I want to be as skilled and independent as possible. And number two, it's a flex. You look like you're fucking Batman to a girl when you can do all of these cool things. Like, bro, she asks you to do XYZ. She asks you to cook something. She asks you to do, a certain task. You got it. You can do it. While the fucking average Joe down the street that's an idiot, or not even average, because even average men can, change a tire on a car. The below average retard that doesn't know how to change the tire of a car, he's probably going to get pissed all over. That's just how it works. Anyway, I hate saying this because it's such generic advice, but this is true. I rather set realistic expectations than sell a magic pearl on some terrible course that doesn't work. I'd rather be as real as possible and just give you the truth here, because it's going to keep my credibility up, and it's also, kind of refreshing than all of these people that are trying to give you a dream that you can attract women at 40% body fat when you're in millions of dollars of debt or whatever. Like, you're not going to pull through, man. You're not going to pull through. It's just how it is. Anyway, if you don't have enough money to pay for a literal McDonald's meal, this is the benchmark. Seriously, this is the bar. If you do not have enough money to pay for a McDonald's meal, dating is not for you. Okay? It's just not for you. You should piss off, click off this video, and, go find some fucking, I don't know, video on money making and try not to get scammed, because it's quite tough out there. But the main thing is for now. Okay? It's for now. Once you do get some things together and you're around 25% body fat, 20% body fat, and you're decently groomed and you have enough money for a meal, yeah, that's fine. You can do that. That's whatever, right? Like, I would say the minimum you need is at least a 1 to 2K a month wage, and you need to be in somewhat okay shape to be able to have success. Because I'm not going to sit here and pretend that Tinder is not about looks. It is about looks, okay? A lot of these idiots in my comments are like, oh, but if you're ugly, then you can't do this. Yeah, I fucking know you can't do shit if you're ugly, yeah? That's why I Photoshop pictures. I'm a realist. I'm not an idiot. If I get an unattractive guy, a hideous guy, you know what we do? We literally just help him abuse angles and help him, take the best pictures he can to catfish, pretty much. Then we do some Photoshop and boom, now he's on a date. And once he's on the date, doesn't matter, because she's attracted to the personality that was displayed on text, the perception. On the date, none of the actual characteristics matter. If you can get a girl to go on a date with you, nothing matters. As long as you don't stink of person, you're actually, somewhat okay to look at. Like, I can actually look at you and not feel like I'm going to vomit. You'll be fine. But before any of those steps, yes, looks matter. So I hope the black pillars are happy about that one, okay? But I've literally said in every fucking video I've made, I Photoshop my pictures. Yeah, good job. I Photoshop all of my clients' pictures. Guess what? It works. And they go on dates and they get with attractive women. You don't. So get fucking pissed all over. Anyway, the basic fundamentals are pretty much that, yeah, they're the most important thing there is. And I know a lot of you guys are probably crying and you're like, complaining, and you're saying some shit like, oh, I already know this. But then why are you still at 30% body fat with a bank balance of $300? Okay? Like, just think about that for a minute. Check your bank balance. If it's less than $1,000, leave my video. Please, leave my video. You're just not gonna get results from this. And I don't want to do you a disservice and have you watch this video and get no likes and you start crying in my comments saying, oh, your game is so trash, man. No, it's not. You're trash. Okay, I'm not gonna take accountability for my shit not working for you when you probably didn't even apply any of the proper steps in the video. Okay, because the matter of fact is, if you work with me, you're guaranteed to get results. Because either I will turn you away if you're not qualified, or B, I will work with you and I'll make it work and I'll get you those results. Because I don't sleep until I get people results. All right, that's how it works. That's how I am. That's my personality. That's why I have the ego that I have, because I back it with results. Now, on top of that, my stuff works if you apply to the traits that I've listed out. If you're in, 20-25% body fat range, you got 1-2k a month wage. Above that is great, but obviously around that range, 1 to 2k a month, and you've got, an okay car, Toyota Corolla, Yaris or something around that range, and you're in your mid 20s, you're fine. Now, if you're driving Ford Fiesta at 28, I don't know what you're doing, man. If you're driving that car because obviously you just like the car, okay, cool, whatever. But if you're driving that car because it's all you can afford, yeah, bro, this isn't for you. Now let's talk about the fun stuff now that I've weeded out and filtered out the losers, because now most of the losers have probably clicked off. They've typed up their angry comments like, "Oh, fuck you, Deni." I'm not gonna even reply to your comments, honestly. Like, I just don't care. Like, I just don't care. I just say how it is, and that's what I enjoy. Anyway, let's talk about positioning yourself. So let's talk about the fun stuff. This is the cool shit, all right? Positioning yourself as high status is easier said than done. So how do we do it then? So here's an example, all right? Okay, so essentially, high status positioning is putting the ball in her court and frame it as if she needs to please you. So as you can see in this example, we've said to this girl, you can make it up to me on our date. Now, obviously, she went, oh, really now? But this is how you pre-frame. This is how you get, the build-up. And the build-up is essentially going to get you to these stages where you're positioning yourself as high status. And as you can see in the next screenshot, we said, if you're a good girl, of course. Or in other words, oh, fuck. Whatever you want to say, okay? So in that scenario, as you can see, we're positioning ourselves to have higher status than her. And as we build it up and up, we get to the next level. That's how it works, all right? So women are insecure by nature. They want a man's approval. It is in their nature to chase validation. However, there is a hierarchy of a system. And the more valuable the validation, the more likely they are to chase it. If she gets your validation easily because you worship her, then she's going to trash you. That's just how it works, gentlemen, all right? This is a game. Women are evil by nature, and this is not insult channel. I'm not here to bash women. I'm here to capitalize on it. That's what I'm here to do. That's my existence. I'm just here to fucking capitalize on these bitches, bro. I'm just here to get pussy, enjoy my life, and fucking have fun. I don't care if women are evil, narcissistic creatures. Because if I know what I'm doing, why is that a threat to me? Like, if something is, not a threat to you, but it's bad, you don't care. Like, I hate to use these examples, but I'm not going to get too specific to this. There's a war going on in some country in the Middle East. A lot of people probably don't even care about it because it doesn't affect them. Like, that's the truth. Like, I'm not going to name anything because I'm not looking to get into shit, because I already have a lot of shit on my plate already from some of the stuff I say in these videos. But I'm telling you now, a lot of people probably don't even care because it's not a threat to them. It's not a problem to them. It's not their people that's suffering. Now, of course, if it's your people suffering or my people suffering, of course I'm going to care. It's the same with women. If she is not a threat to you and she is not a problem to you, why do you care, bro, about hating on women? I don't hate on women because they're not a threat to me. They don't put my life at jeopardy. All they do is they make it easy for me to capitalize on it. And guess what? I enjoy that. So I'm not a woman hater. In fact, I love women. Give me all the women in the world. Apart from the fat ones. Please stay the fuck away from me. Anyway, it's up to you if you want to cry and complain about modern dating or take action and do something with your fucking life. Alright? Oh, okay. Well, I messed up my presentation. As I said, I don't script or edit my shit because I'm not gay. Anyway, so let's talk about what type of men hot girls chase, alright? Not ugly, not fat bitches, not these ugly fucking whales or whatever. Let's talk about how hot girls work, okay? Because a lot of guys are probably thinking, Deni, only fat girls chase you. And like I said, that's because they know that you're better than them. So, anyways, anyone can attract a fat girl. So don't come up with this, oh yeah, bro, I got 10 tings when they are 10 tons, alright? If you're attracting 10 tings, bro, or 10 tons, should I say, don't come with me saying that you have experience with women. You do not have experience with women. You have experience with beasts. You're just a beast tamer, which is actually pretty impressive if you ask me. You're taming, absolute monstrosity of whales. But again, yeah, it's just not the way to go. So yeah, let's move forward then. So essentially, next topic that we're going to be covering is going to be essentially the status factor. All right. So let's get into that. So hot women chase a man of status. So to gain status, you just gotta text like me. Alright? You gotta text like me. If you don't text like me, you're probably gonna fumble. A lot of people say my game is trash, but there's a reason why my game converts for more people than any other guy's stupid strategy. I mean, I'm giving you real fucking examples of text messages and what you can say exactly. I'm not giving you the generic, oh, text every 4 hours and try to text more masculine or whatever. Like, I see so many terrible advice on the internet, and I used to watch these as a kid, and the guy would be like, oh, text every 4 hours, text like this, text with this method. Shut up, bro. Show me how you actually text girls. Like, show me actual message. Go and actually text a girl on fucking video. You won't do it because your shit's fake. Your shit's bullshit. So don't talk to me about that. So yeah, let's talk about that in stage 2. So essentially getting her obsessed with you. All right, let's talk about that. I'm just seeing something here. All right, that's perfect. Okay, so getting girl obsessed with you is pretty easy. All right, I will show you examples and do some live texting on how we do this later on. All right, so let's go on to the next slide. So let's first talk about the signs girls has enough interest in us, and then we can use these darker tactics. As I said, there are 5 main checks. So number 1 is how engaged is she on text? What is her vibe like on dates? How often do you go and meet said girl? And then the next one, have you already slept together? Oh, and the screenshot on the right is really cool. I just realized that's a girl that has just paid a guy, half a paycheck. Because if you follow Deni tactics, these things happen. And this is a phone screenshot. You can't edit that. A lot of people were like, oh, inspect element, fake. Oh, fake. Shut up, bro. I don't need to fake my shit. I'm fucking better than you. I don't need to fake shit. So, yeah, go dissect that image and depixelate it or some garbage if you want. Like, you can see if it's real or not. I don't care. I'm going to do some live texting anyway for you pussios. Anyway, so next one. Does she chase you and follow your lead? Then, number 5, did she pursue you first? Okay? So in this screenshot on the right, obviously this girl pursued first and said something like, you should smile more, whatever, alright? So yeah. Let's break down the next texting scenario. I hope I blur this one because there's some news in this one, I believe. So let's get straight into it. So always use a pickup line. Don't try some other moist gay garbage that seems quirky or smart. Even the people I work with, they try and go outside the box and they try to use some unique reply or whatever. What are you doing? On dating apps, the girl has no emotional investment or commitment to you. She gives fuck all about you. You try and have a genuine conversation with her. All that's going to happen is you're just going to get pissed all over by the, hundreds of dudes that are worshipping her. Like, is that really what you want, to get pissed all over? Like, I know girls are into that. It's weird, but, like, come on. So, yeah. Essentially, right here, there's a counter, essentially, if the girls reject the pickup line of the me with arms around you or whatever. And you can pretty much just say that counter there. Now, as you can see, I've just gauged high interest here. This is the results of our dating app profile optimization service. A girl has sent nudes before giving her phone number. That's how easy it is in what we do. This girl literally sent her fucking nudes in literally a few short span of messages. It's that easy. Honestly, it's that easy. Like, it's incredible what you can do with the right profile, with the right setup, and that's why we honestly just have the best optimization. It's honestly world class. So, essentially keeping the flow here. I don't know why that happened, but I'm not sure if you guys could hear the supercars or whatever zipping by or whatever, but I'll pause there just so that goes. So yeah, that's one of the problems living in a nice area / estate. Anyway, back to the video. So now the goal is to maintain the flow of texting to get more out of her. So as you can see, we build up emotional investments and she sends more nudes. So that's what we're doing here. As you can see in my message, we're just building up emotional investment. And believe it or not, that's literally the most standard message on the planet. It's not that complicated. I've broken it down hundreds of times. And as we keep going, as you can see here, all we're doing is just maintaining the flow of texting. I'm not sure why this is being buggy, but again, I'm not editing this because that's gay. Anyway, so fancy texting. She is horny and now it is the time to put on a good show, which is exactly what we did here. We told her a wet dream and she took it hook, line and sinker. I mean, you can read it if you want, but I'm not going to read it all to you. But essentially, we're just giving her a fantasy and you can literally copy paste these messages and send it to a girl right now and you'll get similar or subpar to really good results. But it'll be pretty close, okay? It'll be pretty close. So as you can see, as it goes on and on, she starts sending more and more news, and as you can see, she's really submissive. Now, girls are all submissive by nature. So this means you need to take the lead and tell her what to do so you can ramp up attraction. Now, if you're not a dominant guy, just put an act on, then you can be a beta and let her peg you in person, okay? So if you want to be Captain Peg and get pegged by a girl, save that for when you actually have had sex at least once, okay? Because it's a bit weird going up to a girl saying, hey, can you peg me on the first date? Now, if you're a weird bastard, go do that. if you do get pegged, please don't ask for my help, okay? I'm not gonna help you if you say to me, hey Deni, how can I get pegged? Fuck off. I'm not doing that. So Captain Peg can piss off. Anyway, the goal here is to maintain emotional investment and to not send her anything. Because even if you are good looking, you must withhold the reward to keep her chasing. And if you do that, then she's going to send some wacky shit like this. So I'm hoping that that's not too graphic because I don't want to die and I don't want to get destroyed by the meta gods of YouTube. So yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, there's literally nothing visible. Anyway, so too easy for me as always. Like I said, incredibly humble, incredibly genuine guy. I'm such a great guy, honestly. I'm the most humble person on the planet, right? Like, I'm so humble. Anyway, so let's talk about some more cool tactics because there's a lot more to come, all right? There's a lot more to go through. Anyway, let's get onto some dark theory, all right? So dark psychology, the fun stuff, all right? This is the crazy shit. I'm just seeing if the message on the right requires me blurring it, but nah, it doesn't. Okay, thank God, because YouTube is getting more and more strict with their rules. Anyway, so I hate saying dark psychology because it is cringe and overused, but I will actually go over some cool things that may be borderline illegal. I'm not kidding you, this is borderline illegal. So whatever I'm about to show you is all for educational and comedic purposes. It's all AI generated, it's not real. This is all just me speculating theory. I've never done this, I never will do this. This is all just theoretical stuff that is all educational, it's all comedic, it's none of this is real. In fact, this is something you should do in a video game. This is all in game. Anyway, let's talk about it. Step 1, sprinkle interest. So this is not going to be that bad, but again, just I want to put that disclaimer there before I get penalized. So the concept of sprinkling interest is just a fancy term for don't go all in showing you want her. You have to act relaxed, reserved, high status, and if you show excitement and give up your cards, you lose her interest, all right? The principle of this is to slowly show a bit more interest and work our way up to a date, okay? It's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward. We don't ask for news. If she does not propose to them herself, then acts like she is not important. Many men get a girl's number and show that they are sexless as they get excited to sex her, cute things, and then go over the top. You only do that if she starts it off first. The idea is to match her interest. That's what you're doing, all right? So step 2, we're talking about matching her interest. In this step, you'll see her interest will begin to skyrocket because you used my advice. Wow, surprise, shocker. Anyway, so now what we'll do is begin to lower interest to her level so she texts us more so we do the same amount as her. Now, we don't decrease our interest yet. We just matches. If you do it too soon, she will block you. From this point forward, we should be seeing her max once a week, and unless she asks for more, all we do is just perform some of the high stage traits that I've mentioned in the past in this video, here or there, alright? And that's how you will reel her in. And from this, as I said, you will see her interest skyrocket and ramp up like wildfire, and this is where it gets fun. Now, step 3, decrease interest, alright? So as promised, here's the fun part. Shut the fuck up and listen. Stop being a pussy, and I'm probably going to tell you some stuff that's going to get me absolutely annihilated. So, all AI generated. This is not real. This is something you should do in Roblox when you talk to women, alright? This isn't something you do to women in real life. This isn't real, okay? Anyway, let's get into it. So, by this point, you should have gone on a date with her. Follow my steps so far. It's pretty simple. Now, in short summary, you need to decrease your interest once you meet / fuck a girl, but what you do on the date counts most of all. In order for her to be obsessed with you, you need to give her a rush, a good feeling. Blue pill happy answer, just make her feel good, give her good sex, bro, and just give her a once in a lifetime experience, okay? That's the easy, friendly answer that you're looking for if you don't want borderline illegal advice / god, like, you know, just absolute fucking godlike advice, right? Now, again, this is borderline illegal. I don't claim for anyone doing this. I don't take any responsibility. I don't take any responsibility for my clients using this. I'm not saying they have, and I'm not saying they haven't. I have no comment on that. And whatever you do with this following information is intended for you to use it on girls in Roblox. So if you go and use this on girls in real life, that's all you. This is all about dating in Roblox, all right? We're talking about Tinder, Roblox Simulator. Anyway, when you make out with a girl, make sure to chew on some nicotine gum. And when you make out with her, she'll get a nicotine rush. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into a Roblox store. You're going to buy some Zen or something, or, you know, nicotine packets or pouches or whatever you want to call it. You're going to chew on it. You're going to use it, whatever. And then you're going to make out with a girl. And then in Roblox, she's going to get a rush to her head. And she's going to associate with you. And if she's, you know, if she doesn't buy nicotine in the Roblox store herself, then she will probably, you know, associate that rush with you. Now, if she obviously does use it herself, then it's going to be slightly less effective. But again, if a girl doesn't use it at all in Roblox, oh my goodness, bro, it's on, bro. Your Roblox statistics are going to be crazy, man. Like, these girls, bro, they're never going to be able to leave you in Roblox. All right. So yeah, she'll now associate the rush with you, and she'll associate that whole feeling being with you, and she'll never leave you since she believes you're the reason she felt so good. She's gonna believe you're the good in her life, and she'll never quit the Roblox server with you, and she'll happily play with you forever. So you can do this with alcohol as well. If you go to the Roblox store, you can buy alcohol and other substances. You can buy some stuff that I won't mention on this channel, but you know, some fun party things that you can buy. You can buy it from the Roblox store. You can use that with the girl. That works just as well. Anyway, I take no responsibility for what you do with this information. Whatever you want to do with it, it's your problem, it's your choice. Have fun with it. I don't know what to say to you because this is all for educational purpose, so men can be aware of women doing this to them, just so they can have a little bit, you know, men can use this as Roblox. It's not a big deal. I promise, guys, I'm just a very innocent, wholesome person, okay? I respect women. I'm a virgin, and I plan to marry one girl. Tinder is very, very bad, and you'll go to hell for using it. I'm a very religious man. I don't know what Tinder is. I don't know what you guys are on about. In fact, what even is sex? Can someone explain to you what sex is in the comments? I'm confused because my parents said sex is a no-no and babies come from storks. Anyway, I don't know what you're talking about. If you're crying about this whole shit that I just said, this is all for educational purposes. On to the next section. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, let's talk about some more fun stuff before I end up shooting myself in the foot. So yeah, back to real life now. Let's talk about real life shit. So getting her to chase you forever. So there are three main factors for this section, alright? So you validate her as a reward. Be predictable, unpredictable. Do not be predictable. That's a fucking mistake. And then be scarce. These key three elements will carry you in dating. Your validation is your currency. Like I said, make it valuable. Only use it when you want to reward her for pleasing you. If she does something, for example, cook you a meal or pay for your Uber, then you can validate her and compliment or show genuine love. All right. So if she does do so, sorry, if think of it like this, if something is free, then it means fuck all, right? A good example is designer brands limiting purchases. Those motherfuckers have queues when they have 10 people in their shop. Like, they have people queuing outside their shop. Think about how fucking stupid that is. But that's what supply and demand means. There's a reason why I work with only 20 people. Number one, I only work with 20 people because I have a small team, so me running over 20 Tinder accounts is impossible. And number two, it limits the supply and demand. Therefore, people are going to be forced to want to register to work with me, which is, you know, kind of hard to get into because I limit my spots, because I'll either turn you away or I will see what I can do for you. Anyway, that's the concept behind it. It is the same with women, okay? You want to condition her to believe she can only feel good if she pleases you, alright? So, factor two, be unpredictable, alright? So essentially, what we're going to talk about here is, and I say this always, right? Always be unpredictable, alright? With your validation, you need to be unpredictable. Do not give it up on a consistent basis, alright? If you give it up consistently, girls are going to get bored, they're going to get repulsed by patterns, she's able to read you, and she will know what is coming next. The main principle here is to keep your validation randomized. This means even if she does a good action, we sometimes do not validate her so that her emotions get spiked. Girls do this to us as well, right? So a lot of people probably think, oh, then you can't do this. This isn't right, bro. They weaponize sex against men. Their weapon is sex. We're just responding in kind by giving her a taste of our own medicine. We can't really weaponize sex, so we weaponize the next thing that is obviously parallel to sex. Because obviously we want sex, they want validation. Guess what? We have weaponized validation. Now, factor three, scarcity. So this is how you maximize your validation currency to the next level. To do this correctly, you set out random dates pretty much out of nowhere. So what you can do here is pretty much just message her, say something like, I need to see you, making her see you on days only you can do, making her live on your terms. This will increase our value and she'll begin to prioritize you more, and pretty much she'll put other things aside so that way she has a chance to see you. Now, within time, she will place you above everything else, making you her ultimate focus in life. And this is where you can either wife her up or meet other women. It's completely up to you. But chances are, if you follow the Roblox advice, she will never leave you ever again. All right. I've decided to record live texting tomorrow, the day after. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm tired. I'm cooked. So all of you can get fucked. So you're not getting any live texting. Get pissed on. I'm kidding. I'll do the live texting tomorrow. I'm just not live texting right now because I'll be 100% real with you. It's 9:34 p.m. Some of these accounts are in the USA, so it's probably going to be like 5 a.m. there. Some of the accounts are in random parts of Eastern Europe. It's going to be like 12 p.m. there. sorry, 12 a.m. So chances are it's probably not going to get a lot of messages. I mean, I can show you if you want. Like, you guys are probably thinking I'm bullshitting you, but again, I'll just show you just because it's funny. Like, you can see it's not going to be active at these hours. That's just how the game works, okay? So yeah, I'll do some live texting tomorrow or the day after. Peace. Bye. See ya.